my ideas and concepts pretty much always come from the reading that I'm doing, the conversations that I'm having, and the things I expose myself to. And I talk about this in other blogs and videos, but the point being, expose yourself to different things. Provocative things, things that are going to make you think and examine yourself. So here we go. First off, I think we all have a voice that wants us to do and be, to drive us. And that voice driving us comes in the form of shoulds. It comes in the form of have to, need to. And underneath of that stuff, I believe always is that if we do those things, we will have something that we want and need. And this is how society or groups of people get people to do things in order to belong. It's basic, simple. As we are growing up and as we are children, we are imprinted with all of this framework for what we should be and what we should have and all of that kind of stuff. What do I need to do in order to arrive and have success? The problem is we get there at whatever age we do, if we do, and we're not happy. We're not happy at all. Because we thought that what would make us happy actually didn't make us happy. And the problem is when we choose to belong rather than to do what feels right in our soul, we're never going to be happy. So I'm here to tell you, you don't have to have a purpose. You don't have to change. You don't have to evolve. You actually don't have to. And some of you out there, and I'm in this boat too, many of you out there, you have been battling against something for years, maybe decades. This thing you tell yourself, I've got to figure this out. I have to figure this out. And the secret here is you don't have to figure it out. And point being that for the last however many years or however many decades you haven't figured it out, and it's not the end of the world. Or maybe you're miserable, and that's okay too. Because part of the problem and part of what makes us miserable is to try to get ourselves to do things that there's a big part of us that doesn't have any desire to do it. Not only that, there's a part of us, in me, the part in me, the more I tell myself I have to do that thing, the more that part of me says, go fuck yourself. No way. You'll never get me to do it. Because my rebel, the rebel in me is like, he's like, I don't care. You're never going to manipulate me and convince me to do this. And until I listen to that guy, until I say, all right, I bless you for creating and knowing and having this idea that you don't have to change, then you're not going to change probably. So, I think the rebellious part of us is the part of us that's like fiercely independent. I will not think what other people want me to think. I'm going to think what I want to think. And there's something really valuable in that. There's something really valuable in a part of us in a healthy way that's resistant to comply with society's imprinting on what we should do and be and have. And the more we don't listen to that, the more tension we feel. And I imagine that, like me, you may feel a lot of tension. And I feel tension from time to time. But lately, as I've been allowing myself to come into congruence with that I actually don't have to, I feel less tension. And then the things that I find myself wanting to do, I do it because it's interesting or it's fun, not because I have to, because it's going to provide me something that I won't have otherwise. Because I will be just fine without it. I've survived this long. It hasn't been great, but I've survived this long not having it. And so have you. So the rebellious part of you is also the part in me, but I think in all of us, the rebel is an archetype, is the one who breaks traditions that no longer serve me. And that guy, when utilized in my arsenal or round table correctly, he's the one that points me towards what does my soul want? What does my soul want? Not what does society want for you? What is society driving me to do or have or create? What does my soul want? So that I'm more aligned to that part of me that's independent of other people's pressure and driving some inclination to be something other than what I truly want. So family and society and all the other groups that we socialize with and are engaged with, they all have their own unconscious ways of indoctrinating. And without examination, without consciousness, you will not escape that indoctrination. Ask yourself this question: why am I letting other people tell me what to do? Not in an unhealthy way, but why would I do that? Why would I do this to try to belong with people? So the opportunity here is this. What unconsciously drives you to have what you want to have? What to get underneath that? What's in there? And should those drives, should the things that drive you be updated? And should the things that you want be updated? Is there an opportunity for that to be reviewed and examined and brought into 2.0, 5.0? I just updated to the 14.3 version of my iOS. And where do you need to do the same? And the last question I'll ask you is, what does your soul want? What does your soul want? And sometimes it wants all kinds of things. Pain and, the masochistic part of us, which I've referred to recently, the sadistic part of us, and understand that that's all right. So I hope this idea helps you, this concept helps you, and